Picture this. A quiet suburban street just outside Seattle, where the hum of lawnmowers mixes with the distant buzz of city life. In a modest two-story house, 24-year-old Charlotte sits hunched over a flickering laptop, her fingers dancing across the keys. Her eyes burn with focus, not just on the digital canvas of a banner design, but on a dream that's been hers since she was a kid barely tall enough to peek over the couch. Back then, she'd watch her cousin, lost in the glow of a computer screen, battling pixelated enemies. To her, that wasn't just a game, it was a portal to a world of possibilities. Computers, she realized early on, weren't just for fun, they were her ticket to freedom. To building something no one could take away. But in a family that prized one daughter's shine over the other's sweat. Charlotte's passion was about to collide with a harsh reality. Charlotte's love for tech wasn't a fleeting hobby. It was a fire that grew stronger with every year. Even as her parents, Evelyn and Robert, barely noticed. To them, Charlotte's dreams were secondary, eclipsed by her younger sister, Sophia, the family's golden child. At 21, Sophia was the star, the one whose every whim was indulged, whose future was paved with red carpets. Charlotte, 3 years older, was expected to step aside, to sacrifice her own ambitions for the sake of family. When Charlotte begged to enroll in an advanced graphic design course, Evelyn's response was sharp. Sophia's starting fashion school. And that's expensive. You'll have to wait. The next year, it was. Sophia needs funds for a New York internship. Charlotte's dreams were perpetually deferred. Her needs dismissed as less urgent, less worthy. But Charlotte wasn't one to wait for permission. For 3 years, she clawed her way toward her goal, balancing college with a grueling schedule of odd jobs. By day, she shelved books as a library assistant, earning minimum wage. By night, she freelanced, designing banners and editing photos on a laptop so old it groaned under the weight of basic software. Every birthday, every holiday, while others wished for new clothes or exotic trips, Charlotte asked for gift cards or cash. Every dollar was sacred, funneled into her dream, a custom-built PC that would be the heart of her career. She didn't care about parties or designer bags. To her, a high-end graphics card was worth more than gold. After countless sleepless nights and meticulous bargain hunting, she did it, for $2,800. Charlotte assembled her masterpiece, a sleek, powerful rig, every component hand-picked, every screw tightened with care. When it powered on, the soft hum of the cooling fans was music to her ears. This wasn't just a computer. It was her defiance, her proof that she could build something extraordinary, even if her family refused to see it. That PC changed everything. Charlotte's freelance gigs, once small jobs paying $200 a pop, started to grow. She landed recurring clients, designing banners for local Seattle businesses. Her income wasn't lavish, but it was enough to stand on her own, to never beg for scraps from a family that treated her as an afterthought. The PC was her foundation, a symbol of her sweat and persistence. It was also a quiet rebellion against the voices, Evelyn's sighs, Robert's lectures, that called her dreams unrealistic. In a house where every glance, every expectation, poured onto Sophia, Charlotte's PC was her way of saying, I am enough. But that fragile victory was short-lived. One Saturday afternoon, after wrapping up a design for a regular client, Charlotte walked into her room and froze. Her desk was empty. The PC, the monitor, the keyboard, even the gaming chair she'd saved months for, gone. The silence was deafening, heavier than any theft could be. No broken windows, no signs of a break-in. Her gut twisted as she raced downstairs, where Evelyn and Robert sat at the dining table, sipping coffee like it was just another day. Where's my computer? Charlotte's voice trembled, but she fought to keep it steady. Oh, we sold it, Evelyn said, her tone as casual as if she'd given away an old lamp. Sophia needed money for her graduation showcase. We talked it over as a family. That computer was just for games and your little projects. While Sophia's building her future, we had to prioritize what matters. Charlotte's world tilted. Sold it? Do you have any idea how long it took me to save for that? I worked mornings, nights, years to build it. It's not a toy, it's how I make a living. You're overreacting. Evelyn snapped, her frown deepening. It's just a computer. You've got that old laptop. Don't you? It'll do for now. Charlotte's fists clenched, her heart pounding so hard she could hear it. You didn't even ask me. The second Sophia needs something, you just take whatever's mine. Is that how this works? Robert set his coffee mug down with a thud. We're family, Charlotte. Family means making sacrifices for each other. Sacrifices? Charlotte's voice cracked, years of pent-up frustration spilling out. You mean I sacrifice for Sophia, while she never gives up a thing? Just then, the sound of heels clicked through the hallway. Sophia sauntered in, a brand-new dress draped over her arm, her phone already open to post about her upcoming showcase. Oh, you're back, she said, glancing at Charlotte with a smug smile. Thanks, by the way. Mom said your computer sold for more than we thought. Total win, right? Win? Charlotte's laugh was sharp, bitter. She locked eyes with her sister. You're standing on 3 years of my work and calling it a asterisk win? Sophia shrugged, unfazed. Come on, Charlotte. It's just a computer. You're so good at what you do. You'll build another one in no time. I can't afford to miss this chance. Chance? Charlotte scoffed. So I'm supposed to throw away everything I've built just so you can strut around at some fashion event? That's enough. Evelyn cut in, her voice icy. Stop being selfish, Charlotte. You're the older sister. You should want Sophia to succeed. Her success is the family's pride. Why can't you get that? The room fell silent, the weight of their words pressing down on Charlotte like a storm. She looked at them, Evelyn's disapproving stare, Robert's clenched jaw, Sophia's casual indifference, and felt something shift inside her. This wasn't just about a computer. It was about a family that saw her as a tool, a means to prop up Sophia's dreams while dismissing her own. For years, she'd swallowed the hurt, smiled through the slights, hoping one day they'd see her. But standing there, in the house she'd once called home, Charlotte realized that day would never come. She didn't scream, she didn't cry. Instead, a cold resolve settled in her chest. This wasn't the end, it was the beginning. She would fight for what was hers. Not just the PC, but her dignity, her worth. As she turned and walked back to her room, the hum of her missing PC still echoed in her mind. A reminder of what she'd built, and what she'd never let them take again. The air in Charlotte's childhood home felt heavier each day, like a fog that clung to her skin, suffocating her spirit. At 24, standing in the quiet of her Seattle suburb, Charlotte knew she couldn't stay. Her family, Evelyn, Robert, and her younger sister Sophia, had made it clear, her dreams, her worth, were expendable. The sting of their betrayal, selling her $2,800 custom-built PC to fund Sophia's fashion showcase, was still raw. But it wasn't just about the computer. It was the years of being sidelined, of hearing, Sophia needs more, while her own aspirations were brushed aside. Charlotte had fought to reclaim her PC, confronting her family with receipts and resolve, forcing them to return the $1,200 they'd gained from its sale. Yet, even as she carried her beloved machine back to her room, the victory felt hollow. The real battle wasn't about hardware, it was about her right to exist on her own terms. That night, as the hum of her PC filled the silence, Charlotte made a decision that would change everything. She opened her aging laptop, its screen flickering like a tired old friend, and typed, "Studio apartments for rent in Seattle." The search wasn't glamorous. With no savings cushion and only her freelance design income, her options were slim. But Charlotte didn't need luxury. She needed a space where she could breathe, where her work, her passion, wouldn't be snatched away for family needs. After hours of scrolling, she found it, a 300-square-foot studio on Maple Avenue. Bare white walls, creaky wooden floors, no balcony, but it was clean, affordable, and hers. She called the landlord, Doris, a no-nonsense widow with a voice that balanced warmth and grit. "It's small, kid," Doris warned. "No frills." Charlotte's reply was steady. "I don't need frills. I need a fresh start." They set a meeting for dawn. Moving out wasn't just logistics, It was a rebellion against a lifetime of being the spare. Charlotte knew her family wouldn't let go easily. Evelyn's passive-aggressive sighs, Robert's cold stares, and Sophia's smug dismissals were already suffocating. Worse, she suspected, she worked late nights, sending emails to clients, updating her portfolio, and even reviving her small streaming channel, a passion project where she gamed and shared her journey with a modest but loyal audience. Streaming wasn't just fun, it was a lifeline. A way to connect with people who saw her. Not Sophia's shadow. I'd rather be exhausted living my truth than trapped in a cage of guilt. She told her best friend, Mia, while stacking boxes at Mia's apartment. Mia, her rock, helped without judgment, clearing space for Charlotte's quiet escape. Charlotte moved in secret, packing her life into backpacks and cardboard boxes under the guise of reorganizing. Each night, when the house slept, she'd sneak boxes to Mia's, her heart racing but her resolve unshaken. Her family noticed the emptying shelves, the missing clothes, but no one asked. Evelyn's silence was louder than words. Robert buried himself in his newspaper. Sophia tossed mocking glances but stayed aloof. Charlotte's silence wasn't surrender, it was power. She was done seeking their approval. The day she signed the lease, holding the keys to her tiny studio, felt like shedding chains. The apartment was small, but every inch was hers. No one could barge in. No one could take what she'd built. That night, she left a note on the dining table. Thank you for teaching me my own worth. I won't burden this family anymore. She didn't expect tears or apologies. As she walked out, the house was silent, and for the first time, Charlotte felt light. But freedom came with shadows. Weeks after moving, Charlotte's email pinged with alerts. Failed login attempts on her freelance platform. Her account nearly locked. She traced the IP address to her old neighborhood. Her family, unable to control her, was trying to sabotage her work. It wasn't a random hacker, it was personal. They couldn't stand her leaving on her terms. Her silence a slap to their pride. Charlotte didn't confront them. That's what they wanted, a reaction. A crack in her armor. Instead, she fortified her accounts with two-factor authentication and worked harder. A Portland studio offered her a long-term branding project. Her streams, raw and honest, drew a growing community. You're real, Charlotte, one viewer wrote. Thanks for showing us it's okay to struggle. Those words fueled her more than any family praise ever could. Then came the final test. A text from Sophia. A screenshot of a maxed-out credit card bill. With a casual, "Can you help? It's a family thing." The gall of it, after everything, made Charlotte laugh. She forwarded it to the family chat with one line. This is the cost of your greed. Don't expect me to pay for your choices. Silence followed. A heavy, stunned quiet. 3 days later, her phone lit up. Robert, calling repeatedly, then texting. What game are you playing? Family is where you return. Not disrespect. Sophia chimed in. You think you're special? You'll crawl back when you fail. Evelyn's message was the last. You're tearing us apart. When you crash, don't expect this house to take you back. Charlotte read each word, but the old ache was gone. She typed one final message. I'm done trying to be seen by people who only take. Family isn't about sacrificing one for another's ego. Stop contacting me. She sent it, then blocked them. Evelyn, Robert, Sophia. 3 taps. 3 chains broken. In her sunlit studio, with soft light dancing on the wooden floor, Charlotte felt peace. Not anger, not hope for reconciliation, just calm. That evening, she went live on her stream. Not to game, but to share. Today, I chose myself, she said, her voice steady. I walked away from control disguised as love. It's not easy, but it's honest. The chat exploded with support. You're so brave. I've been there. Thank you for saying it out loud. Charlotte smiled, her heart full. She wasn't alone, just surrounded by the right kind of love. Her life wasn't perfect. Freelance work ebbed and flowed. Her apartment was small, her savings thin, but every dollar earned was hers. Every stream a step towards something real. She bought plants for her window. A small luxury she'd once thought frivolous. Each morning, she brewed coffee, worked, and connected with her growing community. A month later, a veteran streamer, Ava, invited her to speak at a workshop for young women in content creation. "Your story's not about drama," Ava said. "It's about rebuilding from nothing." On stage, Charlotte shared her truth, the PC she built, the family who took it, and the moment she realized her worth didn't need their validation. The applause was soft but real. And Ava whispered, "You're breathing deeper now, aren't you?" Charlotte nodded. She was. Her family didn't change. Sophia's social media flaunted borrowed glamour. Evelyn and Robert gambled their savings on her dreams. But Charlotte felt nothing, no envy, no pain. She'd found peace in a life that was hers. Simple. Hard-won. Free. Freedom isn't rebellion, she told her viewers one night. It's daring to set boundaries and live true. You deserve that. We all do.